But what if you weren't? Well, the key is to take my lens off and put your lens on, right? And now I'm going to slow down my tempo. If I'm talking to someone knowledge and I use the color green, for example, I'm going to get way more analytical. I'm going to talk about the science, the case studies, where the research was done. I'm going to talk about how I taught this at Harvard University at a master's level course. We're going to go through some of those types of data studies and what we've been able to determine from that, where the analytics are coming from. And I'm going to have a completely different discussion versus what if I need to take that lens off and instead I'm talking to someone that's a lot more nurturing, heart-centered. I'm going to talk about how, B.A.N.K is transformative way beyond the boardroom, but all the way to the bedroom, to the classroom. Carlos, I've had people come up to me and say, your B.A.N.K system saved my marriage. And I said, how did it do that? And it's like, well, I cracked the code of my spouse. I've been married for 20 years and I never figured this out until your code. And I've had people say, this made me a way better parent. And I said, how did it do that? They're like, well, I've been parenting my children wrong. I've been, parenting them as a one size fits all, but actually I need to individually parent them, and it's transformed relationships. I've had kids not talk to me that now talk to me because I communicate to them in their code. I had a family come to me, and this is when everything really got real for me. When a family came to me and said, B.A.N.K just prevented a suicide in our family, our teenage son. And I was like, I was mind blown. I had no idea that this framework I built for sales was actually literally saving lives. So I've got churches using this in marriage ministries. I've got schools using it to reduce bullying and suicide. And all of a sudden I realized the humanity side of B.A.N.K was understanding another human being. And how do you communicate with that human being in a way that has them feel understood? These are some of the principles, like from the 7 habits: seek first to understand, then to be understood.